They've beaten 3 double-digit seeds. A 3 there by Williams. Retrieved down low by Anderson. A new shot clock.
What a great play by Anderson to not only retrieve it, but to get to one of his own guys.
Williams a 3.
To make if Texas Tech's going to stay in this game.
Chinulu with a spinner. With a rebound controlled inside. Hawkins, whose defense was paramount late in the game in the Sweet 16. And McMillan has it here. And Williams will fire from 3.
Ball and off the ball. I don't think Condon realized how much time was left.
Absolutely. Texas Tech wants a slower tempo. They want a half-court game.
Williams will have it. Chinulu comes out on him. Topping his screen. Switch on D. Condon is there bumping. Williams gets it to go. Boy, is he off there.
Yeah, the contact all initiated by the offense. That's a bad call.
6 fouls on the Gators, 7 on Texas Tech, and they go inside. Williams!
Loses it out of bounds. Every rebound is a battle, Dan.
Williams will take it. Hauk is there defending. To tie. And that Big 12 Red Raiders.
Well, that's Texas Tech basketball right there. Their mantra. Toughest team wins, and you can see how they were battling on that possession.
Hawkins here, topping screen, cross-court Williams, firing a 3.
They do, both these teams really getting after it, but it's not just all athleticism and skill. It's toughness, it's discipline, it's intelligence. These teams playing great right now.
Williams against Condon, and sticks it.
But
he's crafty.
That's one word for it.
And that's a bad foul by Hawkins. They need him on the floor. He's playing good defense.
Hawkins
now look at Hauk's stance. A lot different than what it was before, but Williams gets there anyway.
Shot clock at 11.
Got to get it in.
Williams driving, Hauk defends, a twirling move, and he got the deuce.
That's your guy.
Richmond will drive, banging his way inside. He hits the deck. Rebound Williams. The other way they come with Hawkins. And now Anderson. Corner, driving. Williams, always a strong rascal.
To think these threes for Arkansas are going to stop going in the basket at this rate.
No shot clock, just the game clock, and the Red Raiders will work it. It's Hawkins. Williams, 3. Good! Boy,
I didn't even see a glass.
Well, it's very hard to see anything over Everson.
Yeah, you aren't kidding. This Arkansas team has such great size, and they're using it to their advantage tonight.
And you've made the point a couple of times, Stan. They have size at every position.
Plummeting inside, Williams will get it to drop. Stopping, dribbling, driving, strutting, in, off. Rebound, snared inside. It's picked up by Overton. On the wing now, here they come. It's Hawkins. Williams, get out of the way for the big man down the lane. And to the trailing Hawkins, a 3. Missing again. Leaping rebound collected by Overton.
Overton's been very, very good tonight, though a little quieter here in the second half.
Hawkins 0 of 9. 0 of 6 from 3. In the corner goes to Overton. He'll dance and bump and spin into Davis. And feed to Williams, who finds 2 inside.
Well, the possession's not over. Your defensive possession isn't over until you have the ball.
Williams has it. Into Brazil. Got it to drop.
Out of the game.
Yeah, now listen, expect Arkansas to be switching everything on the screens and staying home on any three-point shooters.
It's Williams. It's Anderson. Final 15 seconds. Anderson sets. Williams to tie at 3. Yeah!
Game clock. I think Texas Tech runs this down, Dan.
Difference of 5 seconds. Game clock and shot clock.
Yeah, they're going to hold this thing and probably go with about 8 on the shot clock.
Hawkins with it and Wagner defending. And now it's Darrion Williams.
And this is who you want.
Knox will pick him up. Williams corkscrews up, off, and down!
Baseline runner is good. 2-0 Drake.
They do not panic.
They shrink possessions. They shrink the court defensively. Part of the reason why they came up with that steal.
So they have the early lead. Here's Williams. Williams, he has that calf injury, which he has been battling. You see the wrap on his calf. It doesn't deter him there.
I think that
Three, yes.
they're so patient. They move the ball. They know where their spots are, and they try to make the rotation a pass to a pass and a half late. And if you are late, they're going to make the shot.
I will also say that at practice yesterday, we kind of saw more of their personality, and Abreu certainly has a little personality. Very light
matchup for anybody with Williams. He is a low down there.
And he just forced his way right past Mismatch.
The cut.
7-0 run. Three-pointer up top, no good. Williams with the rebound, and the putback is good. Count the bucket. More aggressive guarding. Mascari shot clock at 4. Heaves it, no good. Federico with the rebound.
Yeah, I love what the Red Raiders did on that. That was basically a 2-3 zone. They packed it in and disguised it as a man-to-man.
They also got into the bodies of them a little bit more, too. That ball was deflected away by the freshman Howard. And Williams will quickly get back into his offensive end with the shot clock at 10. He'll launch a 3. It's good. He rattles it home. Absolutely. Williams has it blocked away. He'll get it back. He's got 12 early points.
He is 7 for 8 already, and he still has 3 minutes and 29 seconds left.
Hawkins to Williams. Williams off the glass, and it's good.
So far.
Tom Dave said I can go with it.
You're going to go to Birmingham. It's an easy drive for you from Atlanta.
You can come with me.
Into the paint. Williams. Runner is good over the top of baggage. Mascari tries to steal it away. Hawkins for 3. No good. Ball tipped up, and everything is tipped.
This is the screens so well.
Do you think he asked him where his hometown was just to get him off the mark like you used to do?
Yeah, he showed him eyes. He showed him ball fake. And then Williams shows him.
When he gets to wheeling and dealing in the middle of the floor, you got to put a little bit more pressure, make him feel you on the defensive end.
There's the help for Thompson. Slip pass underneath, and another assist from State of Northwest Missouri State.
Well, he had a lot of success there. 4 national championships in Division II.
9-point game, under 4 to play. Shout out to them, by the way. They're in the Elite 8 in Division II this year. Williams up off the glass. Just 2 right out of the gate for UNC Wilmington. Hawkins, step back 3, open, short, gets his own rebound. Slips it to Walton. Williams puts it on the deck, pull up Jay, sweeps.
Out to the three-point line to cover. They really load up to the ball.
Williams going right to the rim, got the beautiful angle.
Posting up strong.
It's our first tie of the night. 2 lead changes. Williams underneath, and he's off the glass. It's good.
Definitely trying to play off of it.
Still a 2-point game. Halfway through the second half. Darrion Williams. Anderson back to Williams. 2-man game. Williams in the paint. Williams off the glass.
Beautiful.
To the baseline. Hodge bounce pass to Moore. Short.
Good cut by Moore. Couldn't finish.
Here's Williams off the glass. You know, they have
doing their work inside. Texas Tech 6 of 8 from 3 is Darrion Williams the miss, but got his own miss. And the putback off the heel of the rim, but another offensive rebound.
Coach Schroeder's just saying they're rebounding the ball well, not on this possession.
Darrion Williams, 3!
He deserved it. You get 2 offense.
T. Toppin and the kick out.
Great ball movement.
Wide open. And missing everything, Chance McMillan, but kept alive by Texas Tech.
That's the conference player of the year, diving out of bounds to secure this extra possession.
Darrion Williams makes him pay.
You mentioned rarely used, but was ready and had his feet set underneath him. Norchad O'Meara carves out so much space to get the offensive board.
10-3 for the Red Raiders. First turnover by Texas Tech, and it spins out for Jaden Nunn.
The last thing you want to do is get VJ Edgecombe in a situation where they can isolate and attack. Grant McCaslin is really good at trying to play advantage-disadvantage. If he has a disadvantage, he's going to look for the advantage spot that he has out on the floor. throw to Federico right now. He's got VJ Edgecombe on him, just duck in. But Federico's standing behind him, allowing him to push him out of the way.
Darrion Williams, fourth.
Matchup advantage that they want, and immediately they get the ball to it, which is why they just drew that foul there.
Sixth team foul on Baylor. The next one puts Texas Tech into the bonus. As Darrion Williams goes inside and with his strength.
Jihad blocked by Toppin, his second swat of the night. Both ends of the floor for one of the odds-on favorites to win Big 12 Player of the Year, King.
He definitely has my vote.
And Darrion Williams with the sweep.
He can stroke it from not only the mid-range shot, but all the way out to the three-point line.
And making early shots like that for him is a big deal because he is an elite athlete. Speaking of elite athletes, Darrion Williams, the definition of versatility.
Sophomore, as a young player, really took his time and then operated.
Baskin showed some nice moxie, staying together off that spin move, but is denied at the hoop.
Yeah, and I don't know if Toppin's going to get a block shot, but he definitely got a fingertip on that.
Darrion Williams.
They'd have had to bring in a armored truck.
Danny and the Miracles. It's that time of year, right?
March Madness, gotta love it.
Anderson finds Toppin. Wisely finds Hawkins. Hawkins gets a screen from Toppin, whips it across to Darrion Williams. You know that's going up, and you know it's going. Yakomovsky goes all the way to the basket.
Well, you know, that's one thing Colorado did probably better than Texas Tech in that first half of getting those points in the paint by attacking inside off the dribble drive, but also with the pass.
Williams moving on bank attack.
A sloppy pass that time by Elijah Hawkins. You cannot have live ball turnovers against the Kansas Jayhawks in this building and expect them not to dunk it at the other end.
And a three, the stroke for Maine. And DeJuan Harris Jr. his first points of the afternoon. Critical stretch for Kansas, the final 2 minutes of the half. Here is Toppin. Now Dickinson pushing up on JT Toppin. Darrion Williams looking to backhand against David Coit. And a turnaround rattles in.
By going back to that short roll to JT Toppin and then allow him to try to bring that defense and collapse it back into pace so you get cleaner looks. They're just 1 of 8 from deep in the second 20 so far.
Here is Darrion Williams.
There's no movement on this possession.
Tough step back by Williams in the high archer. And we are tied with 1:47 remaining. Keep in mind, Texas Tech has burned through their timeouts. Kansas has one on a tie-up that belongs to the Jayhawks. Team fouls just 4 on Kansas, 8 against the Red Raiders.
I want Darrion Williams taking the shot.
Here he is. Lines up a 3.
Possessions per 40 minutes. From the top, Harris a 3, around and out, and Toppin claims it. Williams looking to attack, spins, and scores. Mountaineers led for 17 of the first 20 minutes. Small, still without a made basket. Averages almost 19 points per game. Williams bulldozing his way inside, and then he has
on the season. One of the lowest scoring teams in the Big 12, and a second turnover early for the Frogs. There's Darrion Williams from outside.
To be good, and you look at the development he's made in here since November, I think it's outstanding.
Darrion Williams, easy.
No communication.
Foul. That's a tough bucket for Sean Ouellette coming off.
And that's a tough play.
14-point performance.
Freshman having to guard him. He gives him a little shoulder bump. That's a tough play. That's a really, really good setup for the layup.
Hawkins to Williams for 3. In the face of Noah Reynolds. Ouellette
Careless
Poor
pass.
decision.
Darrion Williams taking it in transition. And their best player, Frankie Collins, on December 8th. He's out for the season. There's Trey White, a little too much mustard on that three-point attempt. And with all the youth that they have, the young players are starting to come around. Malik Diallo, Jace Posey, and Micah Robinson, all freshmen, all with career highs in scoring in the past couple of games.
And we've hardly talked about Micah Robinson tonight, and I love his game. I love his shot. He's aggressive. But he's got two freshmen out there most of the night.
Oh, the floater from Darrion Williams.
Jr. is going to play in the NBA. He has got so much ability. He's so athletic, and he plays so hard.
A point and 2 rebounds away from a double-double. Williams, pass punch over Uday.
This season, that's a great drive.
Riddles to Wenzel. And the former Wyoming Cowboys cannot connect.
He had a kick out. He had a kick out for an open three. You don't need a tough turnaround.
Williams in rhythm. Ripping the... Got 15 family and friends on hand tonight. The kick to Anderson. Wide right. Wenzel got clocked. No whistle. WWE style leading to Williams.
This is where you pick your defense up. You stay with your man. You keep your activity.
The vision inside to Williams.
Points and 5 rebounds in his 11 minutes in this first session. Texas Tech has hit 6 threes. Everything else on the inside from Toppin. Williams flashing open. That's a clean look, and he drills it.
Easy one for Walton. Now you go back to the game in Houston. That's when JT Toppin was sent to the locker room early. That's what made it that much more impressive.
Darrion Williams in the paint again, over 4. Transition 3, no good. Texas Tech will race it back down.
Right into a Barkley. This is where he's really dangerous as a passer, not just a scorer.
Long 2 from Williams.
He did virtually every single possession as a passer, scorer, rebounder, and then defensively blocking shots. JT Toppin can really do it all. The numbers back it up.
That's what makes it so hard for this Arizona State defense. You really can't take him out of the offense because he can insert himself at any point. Here's Williams, a little bit of bully ball, and that's going to be ruled. 6-point Arizona State lead under a minute left here in the first half. Hawkins draws 2. Man, Williams, wide open triple. Knocks it down.
Jordan just throwing one block as well.
Crazy good. We call it good night at the office so far, but now it's McMillan who's been limited to just 2 shot attempts. Williams!
It's video game stuff. That's what it is. It's just video game stuff. This is incredible. Right to a Barkley. This is where he's dangerous.
Williams, the feathery touch, is a chance to win that game at the line at the very end. It's Hawkins on the wing. Gets it back off. Williams. Gonna back down Freeman. Williams spinning, going up with the left. They ISO for Freeman. Freeman spinning, falling. Wanted the foul, no whistle. Texas Tech can tie or take the lead here.
Ball screen with Toppin. Here it comes.
Anderson. Again using the ball screen, snaking his way to the cup. Anderson dumps it off. Williams, the patience down low, ties it up.
Federico checks in for Texas Tech.
Probably won't be
Toppin on the bench for too long. Williams shoots the three and hits it. So there's the first bucket of the night.
He was 0 for 5 from the field in 13 minutes at Texas Tech.
Williams answers
per game. This is who they are, and they got to continue to stay within this and apply that pressure on Texas Tech.
Williams driving. Bryant, that was good defense, and Williams made the shot anyway.
Everybody remembers Henry Basar for.
Toppin attacks him, missed it, and then the ball saved. Williams shoots the three right side, got it to go.
Those numbers are silly, though.
Student athlete, look at that. Seriously, 17 and 3 all time in the playoffs. Williams, that one is good. So
the schedule never lets up. They go to Kansas State next.
Yeah, Kansas State, you saw them on that graphic, win streaks in the Big 12. Williams hits the three.
Chance McMillan like he was shot out of a cannon. No, the follow doesn't go either. Here's Darrion Williams with 2. They were down 19 at the break on Saturday against Kansas. They were down 10 tonight, and now they've cut that lead to 3.
And if you're Texas Tech right here, I'm going to Chance McMillan. Try to get him going early. He has been Mr. Reliable for you.
Here's Williams, guarded by O'Meara. Working baseline, and the left-hand lay-in is good.
That you block out Norchad O'Meara. O'Meara has the size advantage because Williams is really a 3 playing the 4 spot for Texas Tech. Norchad O'Meara is a true 4. So he has to make sure that you block out on the defensive side.
Baylor defense switching now. Anderson trying to take advantage of the mismatch. And they do. Back to back.
His best work. The short roll, he is extremely dangerous.
O'Meara missed the front end of the 1-and-1. We talked about how excellent Baylor has been from the free throw line tonight. They're going to need every one of those coming down in the final 2 minutes and change.
They're looking to attack this matchup.
Williams knocks it down.
He's a high-level shooter, and he's been in double figures every single game except 2 this year. Coaches love nothing more than to know what you're going to get out of a player every single time he steps on the floor, and you know what you're going to get out of this young man with the basketball right now.
23 in the win at Houston, 19 tonight. And this time, he's got the dime goggles on. Rebounds. Toppin. Had it met at the rim by Tugler. And Williams, Johnny, on the spot for at 27. Arsenault rises up, can't knock it down. Loose ball. Hawkins has it for the Red Raiders. Here's Williams. Bad right ankle and all. Darrion Williams up. And their head coach, Grant McCaslin, with about 3 minutes and 50 seconds gone by in the first half. Scramble for the loose ball. Smallest player on the floor comes away with it. Williams stuck in the paint. Now gets it outside the paint. Working on Javier Francis. It's a 5-on-5 matchup. And it's a 5-on-5 field goal tonight.
You got to attack this right here. Jerron Roberts is not at 100%. Got to find a way to attack him.
Williams working on it. Williams up and good. Hawks last week. And he misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Tracked down by Hawkins.
You do not need a 3.
Williams will shoot a 3 and make it.
But he's also realistic about where this ball club is. And there's times that they defend well, times that they do not. But still trying to find consistency within individuals each and every game.
Williams on the drive, and Williams scoops it in.
Open you kick. And he's only taken 12 threes in those 5 games. So he's not settling out there, and that's what's made him more productive offensively.
Anderson looking to create. Finding Darrion Williams. Bullseye. Another.
He knew they had to get better defensively, but that they weren't where they needed to be defensively, because that's really in his DNA. You go back to North Texas, he and now current head coach at North Texas, Russ Hodge, that's what their identity was defense. And as you know very well, Ted, where does toughness originate from? It's the defensive end of the floor.
Williams. Roy was the guest speaker in that, and Coach described what.
And it's Texas Tech ball. McMillan coming off the screen, puts it on the deck, guarded by Caleb Love, Arizona's leading scorer. Here's Hawkins, one of the top assist men in the country. Pull-up jumper is good from Darrion Williams.
Okay right now where you're at. You're down 4, you're on the road, you haven't rebounded the ball well, you're not shooting it very clean.
Low scoring game between two of the highest scoring teams in the Big 12. Spinning is Williams, and it drops through. Orso got stripped, ends up in the hands of Lewis. Short jumper, short, and rebounded by Overton.
Really good rotations within that half-court presence defensively for Texas Tech on that possession. You lunge, you reach, somebody else has got to step over and help, and then somebody's got to help that person as well, and forces contested shots.
Williams in the lane, takes it himself and scores. Really good pass.
Coach Grant McCasland loves this roster he's put together of hard workers that just give him all the effort he could ask for.
And you can still tell that JT Toppin is not 100% yet, but when he does get there, it's impossible to slow down. You know, probably at least 8 teams in the NCAA tournaments. Still potential for 9 or 10 as well.
A turnover on the other end by Coleman Hawkins as he stepped out of bounds. And so Texas Tech, as we mentioned, has been on a tear. It's been their defense leading to offense, efficient shooting, trying to build upon this lead. Williams body to body, and that's the frame that you can't compete with.
It's of convenience.
Well, this Kansas State crowd is really starting to come alive ever since they had that 13-2 run to close out the first half and take the lead. And now you've seen Texas Tech continue to go after Brendan Hassan. It's limited some of the ball movement, though.
Got a mismatch down low.
Williams galloping to the cup. Skate Williams. Williams backing his way in the paint, pivoting, drug his foot, fighting for the offensive rebound. It's McMillan, bodies to the sideline, shot clock at 3. Williams, the drive. Williams creates separation. What a tough bucket.
Throw that inbounds on pass out, and he smelled it out like a defensive back.
Clones have 5 steals already today.
They're back within 2.
But D5 puts an end to that.
The playoff teams have guys like this that come in and they're quietly efficient. And he has been a great addition to this team for 1 year.
Williams, another 3.
Iowa, people are texting each other. These Cyclone fans saying, what about Chatfield?
Texas Tech led by as many as 13. They're down for the first time this afternoon.
Hawkins coming back in.
Here's Williams for 3. Big answer.
32% on the season. They can do better than that.
Williams. Heisey's got 4 fouls. Williams. Put him in the hurt locker. Hawkins. No. I don't know if that's an assist, but it'll go anywhere.
Oak Hill Academy in Virginia. Saunders launches. Williams tries his hand at one, and he hits. Remember, Saunders was in the transfer portal along with Dallin Hall with the coaching change, but they signed up once they talked with Kevin Young and understood exactly what was coming to Provo.
Look, you've got aspirations to win. As soon as he took the job, it was obvious you needed
takes a seat.
Cougars going to go man-to-man in this late possession.
Williams into the paint, and he goes reverse.
Get that. We are in the danger zone. Final minutes of this game. Everything has to be earned.
And Fus Traore back on the floor. Keita to the bench. Williams against Mag. Darrion Williams.
Tough basket. And here comes the Marriott Center crowd.
Williams backing down Hall. And Darrion Williams. That's the largest lead for either team here tonight. Game that's featured 10 ties and 15 lead changes. A huge resume building win there for the taking for either the Cougars or the Red Raiders. Williams inside, going up against Traore.
And that one right here, you almost feel like this was a must-stop for BYU as they go to their man-to-man defense.
Mag on Darrion Williams. Demon shading over. Williams the spin, and the finish with a foul.
McMillan grabs it and gets it ahead. Long three early on from Darrion Williams off the mark. Offensive board taken down by McMillan. Here is Darrion Williams. The definition of versatility. Pops out.
Going back to Utah State, what did he say? He thought the last 5 of the last 6 years they've been top 30 in assists.
Well, they're number 1 right now.
Yeah.
Darrion Williams likes his odds right there.
Pete, you don't want to be down double digits going into halftime.
What vision from Schraub-Joms. Coming up on 2 minutes left in the first half. Red Raiders have made 6 of their last 8 field goals. Williams wants to continue to spit fire and does. The lead is now 16. Fadeaway 3 from Gabe Madsen. That felt desperate. 0 for 5 tonight from Madsen from beyond the arc. Darrion Williams out of the mid-corner. That's what he does. Doesn't necessarily. But it's been that kind of physical evening. 84-61. Hawkins dribbling right in front of the Texas Tech bench. Darrion Williams controls, working on Keanu Dawes. Williams taking Dawes to school.
Lane causing him to drag that pivot foot.
We take a look at the starting lineup for Texas Tech at 9-2 coming in. Elijah Hawkins, the Minnesota transfer at point guard. McMillan and Williams, the holdovers. JT Topping saw his numbers off the top. And Kerwin Walton, the sharpshooter, started his career at North Carolina.
Yeah, keep an eye on McMillan. His kid has absolutely been on fire from behind the three-point line. More on that later.
4 to shoot here for Williams, who can facilitate over the 7-footer. And Williams is trying to bounce it off a Red Raider. 15 to shoot for Texas Tech. Well, Darrion Williams didn't have a good first half. He was in foul trouble. 2 points on 1 of 7. And Williams gliding to the bucket that are here today. It's a great crowd, all things considered. But that place is usually packed beyond that basket.
That's my first time in Lubbock. I'm loving it.
Great atmosphere to start Big 12 play. Williams gets the turnaround to
finding shooters. I always got the assist numbers, but he has really done a good job when he's been cut off, firing a strike to one of his teammates and let them work.
Now Toppin against Williams. Late double. Toppin passing out of it. Oh, a circus shot. Darius Johnson.
Darius Johnson with a big-time triple off the left wing. Coach Dawkins is down in his defensive stance, imploring his team to get a stop.
Williams down low. 2 for Tech.
To Coach McCaslin yesterday, this is a Lamar team that's kind of found an identity a bit.
Well, Darrion Williams going to go coast to coast and ran. We're tied again.
Yeah, Jayshon Jackson, a really, really good player for these Cardinals. One of the best defenders in the Southern Conference.
Field's jumper is good, and he's on the board.
Yeah, can't allow second and third opportunities. A few of the Red Raiders just don't have the firepower inside or the size today.
Longtime Red Raider fans remember a similar growth story, and there's a commanding lead for the Red Raiders.
And adding to those statistics that we showed earlier about field goal percentage and three-point percentage and free throw percentage.
Assist on
this. Your defense has just been absolutely stellar today for Texas Tech and forced 10 turnovers, and you've just shot the ball so well.
Dawsey on the drive puts up the off-balance shot, and McMillan way up there to pull it down.
Amazing what a guy can do when his shoes are tied.
Yeah, played most of the first half with a shoe untied. Well, Anderson can't get the shot he wanted. EY trying to direct traffic. Here's Darrion Williams, who's got 16 for the Red Raiders today, trying to add to that total, and he does. 9th. Dixon trying to just bully his way in against D5, way off the mark on that hook, and the Red Raiders are in a hurry. Elijah Hawkins gave it right back to D5. Reward the guy for running the
threes. You have to be aware that the ball might fly over your head, so you can't get too deep.
That was a huge basket for the Golden Eagles. Hawkins whips it over his head to Walton. Quick pass, Darrion Williams. Threading the needle to the basket. Splash.
The three, but he can get to his midi. He can get all the way to the cup. He is the true definition of a three-level scorer.
Anderson goes to his left. Has a mismatch right now, looking to exploit it. Picks up his dribble and kicks it back to Hawkins. Federico, he really seems headstrong. Drops it off for Williams, who years on the bench with Rick Barnes. Extremely successful as an assistant there and at ORU, and is now man in the head seat for the Golden Eagles. Trying to turn things around amid some early season injuries.
Right there. That is where Texas A&M wants you to have the basketball.
Phelps lost it. The freshman Anderson leaves it for Williams for 2. Well, Texas Tech has hung with them step for step, despite not having their leading scorer, JT Toppin, available with a lower leg injury. 4 minutes to go. Williams, nowhere to hunt. Now he goes top of the key and cans the 3-point. Out inside Dickey's Arena has been treated to a gem of a rivalry game in the state of Texas. Here's Williams, squeezes off a 3, gets it to drop somehow.
That time not close enough on the perimeter.
DePaul, corner 3, their rebuttal. And Texas Tech clears. And expect a lot of threes hoisted tonight. Williams mid-range pull-up, and Texas Tech's off to. Who pulled the trigger? Texas Tech claims it. Williams has his second board.
Almost every shot DePaul's taken has been under duress.
Williams +1.
Find those little angles, reverse the ball quickly, and then attack before the defense closes out. That's the first time they've really had success with that type of philosophy, getting the ball into the gap.
Williams pulls up, gets the friendly bounce. He is so smooth. Surrounding the rebound. Lead pass. Federico. Williams missed. Tap in, yes. 3 times this season for DePaul off the bench. Overton off the flare. He's open. A miss. Tap out. Offensive rebound. Tech. Anderson, the Frost, turning the corner. Williams, the cutter, uses the left hand. Texas Tech by a dozen. 3 from Meyer, off balance and off the mark.
A really good job defensively, getting out, contesting DePaul uncomfortable right now on the perimeter.
DePaul has missed their last 5 threes. Tech starting to wear them down. Williams, he's all power.
On the outside, that you're going to be able to find one-on-one opportunities. That time Block did a good job just backing his man down, taking his time.
It's only the 8th make for DePaul inside the arc. They've hit 10 threes. Williams one-on-one with the much shorter Meyer, just rises up and soft.
Don't get into a switching situation, but that time they sent the second defender, and Texas Tech did a good job of identifying and cutting to the rim from the weak side.
Texas Tech trying to become the second Big 12 team to win a game in this Big 12 Big East battle.
In Colorado.
Those fast break opportunities, the Bears take advantage. You'll see them do some things throughout this game to try to speed Texas Tech up a bit and try to create more of those scenarios.
Northern Colorado has already played against Colorado, and Washington State lost both of those, but took Colorado.
And it's been a week, basically, since this Texas Tech team played in a game. That one falls in right.
Darrion open in the corner. Three-pointer is good. Red Raiders side, a minute to play here. But the Red Raiders have opened up a 45-29 lead. Darrion Williams trying to get that 3 back, and he cut.
To the block, you take some charges, you down screen, and then do some different things. But now they just don't. Officials have kind of been trained not to call many of those charges anymore.
Darrion Williams driving, knocked down. Say, who played at Idaho, hits the shot there. Still, though, no one for the Bears in double figures. That's a mismatch size-wise for Darrion Williams.
Lampkin was just a star all over the court yesterday. He's hit here, recovers his own miss. Lampkin in traffic left it short. A strong rebound to Kevin Overton. 6'5" sophomore from Drake off the bench. Hawkins. Williams steps inside Freeman, and that's just too easy.
I mean, the more he gets going offensively, wasn't as efficient as he would like to be last night, but no doubt about it, he's the bona fide star for this team.
Williams, tough fadeaway and fouled and finishes. Is not checked out today.
And this is a great matchup.
Like Davis has done really well against him. Williams, Hawkins was there as the late outlet. Tech owned the offensive glass last night against St. Joe's. And Williams plays the angle perfect. Williams trying to back his way down into Starling. Off the glass, no. Top in the offensive rebound. Stick back is not there. And then Williams, again, you see that, an older player. Freeman for 3. Overton pushing tempo. Williams, nice catch. Better finish.
Through it, you got to stay on the high side.
When's your birthday?
Nope. It's not about me today.
Yeah, but I want to know.
Nope.
I have a follow-up question.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, now you're going to Google it. Yeah, there you go.
Won't be hard to find. Williams 3. Yes, sir. Texas Tech lead. Williams, a former freshman of the year in the Mountain West at Nevada. Huge part of the culture here at Tech. Banks it in one-handed at Syracuse. You got Freeman, the highly regarded freshman, on the bench, and these two, some big-time late minutes. Williams trying to take the freshman again. Williams finds his space. He's played so well. That was as clean a look, though, as he's had all night.
A minute 30 is a lot of time. That was one heck of a block by Chris Bell. And Texas Tech controlling the possession, going to utilize the clock.
Now Bella has to guard Williams. And he is no match.
That's just a grown man move.
May lead the nation in assists. Run the point for Tech. Chance McMillan, Kerwin Walton, Darrion Williams, all great shooters. And JT Toppin's been ridiculous, averaging 21 and 10. First bucket, Darrion Williams away from three. Since he's taken over, 47% of their field goal attempts have been three-point tries. You see the percentage not very good. His first two teams really struggled. They've been better since. As Williams buried, there's so much great basketball happening right now. Simpson, not quite what you wanted.
Well, it was a great closeout by Elijah Hawkins. He got his hands up really early, and it forced Simpson to do a double clutch move there. Man, he's so under control.
Which had been blistering from deep. 45% from three is 1 for 10. Staying in the game on the glass. JT Toppin, 6 offensive rebounds, 10 points. Tech with 8 second chance points. And they get an early bucket. Darrion. Hawkins, no. Williams, rebound. Williams posting.
There you go.
Side to retie it.
Well, who made that play other than Eric Reynolds? Just making the right read. They cleared out a side. Let a guy flow down and just send it home.
Williams isolated against the 4-fouled Fleming, and Williams gets the roll.
Is this a fight or what?
It's a cliche to say it's a March feel in November, but boy, these two games have felt like something more than just early season non-conference testers. Williams driving into Fleming again. Fleming had to hold his position.
Team. Moore found an opening, but his left-handed layup does not go. The Red Raiders headed the other way again. Darrion Williams down the baseline, and he got it. Powell very well against Incarnate Word the other day. 17 minutes, had 9 points in that ball game. Draws the Golden Lions within 4. Nice pass by Toppin to Darrion Williams, and
off the elbow, and just, movement off the ball.
Robert Lewis with the baseline fadeaway. Arkansas Pine Bluff back within 5. Toppin wants that ball reversed so they can get it to him more easily, but he lost control. And Walton saved it. 3 on the shot clock. Darrion's 3 is good. D5.
Caslett's a step back 3 right there. You will take that.
Under pressure as the shot clock was running down. Hawkins slapped that ball away. Darrion layup at the other end. And points off. Red Raiders have made 4 of their last 5 shots from the field. Playing smaller with the 6'8" Devin Cambridge in the post. Nine on the shot clock. Great look inside by Hawkins. Very
big time assist right there by Mr. Hawkins.
3 on the way is not good for Dumont. Pine Bluff just 1 of 4 on 3-pointers tonight. The Red Raiders 4 of 15. Hawkins just surveying the floor, looking for a teammate to get the ball to. Decided not to go to Darrion, but Christian Anderson does.
They're excited to play with that young man.
Duga trying to back JT Toppin down. Blocked shot by JT Toppin. Hawkins running. There's Darrion Williams in the corner. Chance McMillan. Red Raiders work it back around to Darrion. Williams, and he got it.
Phil kind of older in that.
From the floor this season. Drive inside by Agbin is off the iron. McMillan very quickly back up the floor for the Red Raiders. Here's Darrion Williams. Got it.
Week before you take on St. Joe's and then either Syracuse or Texas.
Red Raiders just took that basketball away from Agbin with 14 minutes to play. McMillan defending Agbin. That's Dante Allen in the corner. Great shooter, but can't find the range there. Toppin had that ball slapped away, but the Red Raiders wind up with it. And here's Kerwin Walton. He's got D5 on the baseline. Drive, knocked it out of his hands initially, but Darrion.
He did that earlier for Coach Wicks, but you can see the ability to score quickly for Obi Agbin.
Kerwin Walton tonight does not have a made three-pointer.
Yeah, and the three-point shot really hasn't been a huge factor in
Northwestern. A 14-point Red Raider lead. Less than a minute to go in the half. Darrion Williams inside, lays it up and in. So on, where's number 33, 6'8", postman. Darrion Williams, free throw line.
Get that to a teammate. Turnover.
These two teams have only played one time in their basketball histories. That back in 2019. Game 2 of that season for the Red Raiders. Texas Tech won that ball game. And
Hawkins and Christian Anderson. So this isn't just totally new, but tricky on a fast break when you're trying to initiate for Chance McMillan on how you want to set that thing up.
Red Raiders have made 3 of their last 3 for Jesus Carolaro Martin.
These teams continue to shoot the heck out of the ball tonight. Both teams hovering around 60% from the field.
Well,
staff, they're trying to pick on Kerwin Walton in the post with a post ISO and making Grant McCaskill's team try to figure, okay, do we double? Do we leave him alone? And he continues to score. Does Reggie Ward.
Darrion Williams trying to return the favor.
He was 1 of 11 last year before he got hurt.
Only got to play in 8 games before missing the remainder of the season. Talking about the Big 12, pretty good opening night for Walton runs. Darrion Williams trailing, three-pointer off the back iron, but right to Walton. Back to D5, lays it in good.